Hello, my yarn lovers, my fiber artists, my crafty and creative people. Yes, this video is about yarn. Yeah, it is. We gotta talk about my latest Paradise Fiber orders. If you don't know Paradise Fibers is my favorite local yarn store. They are located in Spokane, Washington. You can shop in person. It's an amazing experience. How do I know? Because even I, who don't drive and don't live in Spokane, have shopped at Paradise Fibers, okay? It is a dream. You could get lost in there for hours. But of course, you can shop on the internet as well. And obviously, from the mountain of yarn in front of me, I have shopped on the internet. So if you don't know why I don't drive yet, hi, my name's May. I love yarn. I love to knit and crochet, and I also happen to have been born visually impaired. I am legally blind. Now, I'm not totally blind, but I'm definitely too blind to drive, and I am completely colorblind. I have been my entire life. So if you're wondering, that's part of the reason why this is two orders, okay? Because I love to shop for yarn, but the whole colorblind thing can be a bit of a challenge. So I did have to wait till a Saturday. I had to call my sister on the East Coast because she works full time when she had a day off, and I hate to bother her for even things like colors. So I had to wait for a Saturday consultation appointment with her so we could talk colors and I could place another order. And of course, she is going to help me try to figure out how to pay for this yarn. Yeah, I still owe my sister money for some of this yarn, but it's gonna work out. I'm gonna see her real soon. So alrighty, let's talk about the yarn, right? Let's look at this very first. If you don't know yet, Paradise Fibers is one place where you can get your cascade yarns, and I love me some cascade yarns, okay? So this very first yarn we're going to talk about is called Cascade Swaddle. It is a number 6 super bulky yarn. Look at the size of that. That is a nice size, big yarn. It is 100% polyester, machine wash, and I believe dry. These skeins are so big, they're 197 yards, almost 200 yards, okay? This is really soft, okay? I would definitely make a blanket out of this. I would make a sweater. I would make a cardi. I would make accessories. This particular color is called Boston. It is pinks and purples. I think it's really pretty. Now, here's the thing about swaddle. Cascade Yarns is officially calling swaddle a discontinued yarn. Okay, that means they are no longer manufacturing this yarn. So whatever you can find in the yarn stores, that's it. They're not making any more. So I definitely will tell you, if you had your eye on Swaddle by Cascade Yarns for a while, get it, because they are making no more. And it is really soft. It does not disappoint at all. I absolutely love the feel of this. And you know, I had so many ideas about this yarn when I saw it, but now that it's discontinued, then you know it has to be saved for something special, right? Because I can't get it anymore. So I'm rethinking already. Like I'm just like, oh, make a blanket out of it because it's so soft. Well, do I really want to make a blanket out of the only yarn that I'm going to have on this? I might want to save it for a cardi. So if you got swaddle, no, you've now got something special in your stash that you're going to have to choose wisely, right? And make something special out of it. Okay, let's put the swaddle away. Let me get it back. If you don't know yet, because I'm colorblind and I'm visually impaired, I do have to keep my yarn all separated in these little bags, right, so that I don't get the colors and the yarns mixed up. So I know it's a little bit noisy. I know it's a little bit annoying. But otherwise, I'd be super confused about what I had in front of me. Okay, next yarn, another Cascade yarn. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to have this in the house. This is Cascade 120 Super Wash. This is 100% Super Wash Merino Wool Hand Paint. Oh, it is so soft. You can tell this is merino. This is a glorious texture. And you know, It's nice and thick. It is a number 5. It's a nice thick 5. Look at that. That's a nice thick 5. I would definitely wear this in a sweater. I would wear it in a scarf. I would wear it on a shrug. This is, you know, next to your skin type wool. Because it's hand paint, like I'm colorblind and I'm mostly blind, but even I can tell. Look, with the hand paint, you get so much variability with the skein. Some are going to have, this is supposed to be black and purples in it. But even I can tell it. There's lots and lots of variability from skein to skein. And that's the fun, right? That's one of the fun things we love about hand-painted yarns. They're so unique. They're so individual. You know, you just don't even know what you're going to get. I definitely say if you're going to get hand paints, you know, try to get from the same dye lot, right? Because, you know, these, at least the purples in it, are going to match each other. You know, if you get another dye lot, you could certainly combine dye lots. It wouldn't be a huge deal. But, you know, the purples might not match, that kind of thing. But this yarn is gorgeous. It is soft. I am not at all disappointed with either one of these yarns. Not at all. These are beautiful yarns. This is my first time to own Cascade 128 Superwash Merino hand paint, and it does not disappoint. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Very, very happy with my yarn purchases so far. I gotta shove it back in the bag though. That could be a problem. Oh my gosh. Well, I will worry about that later. You guys don't want to watch me figure that out. Okay, the next yarn we got is another Cascade. This is called Pandemonium. This is 55% cotton and 45% viscose from bamboo. It's a number 3 DK. I think that's a DK. That feels like a DK. It's called Claret. It's a nice red. This is soft. I would make like a tank top with this, or like a summer tunic, a summer cardi, even a shawl. I could wear this next to my skin. I don't think it'd be a problem. This is a nice yarn. It's a nice spring or summer garment yarn. Now, I think you could also do like, you know, market bags and that kind of thing with it if you want to do big tote bags. You know, bucket hats and water bottle slings, those things. I think you could also do that with it. But I think, you know, with my bamboo, I tend to like to use those in wearables because I just love my bamboo yarn as wearables. And I believe we've got one more Cascade yarn here. This is the Cascade Noble Cotton. This is also a number 3. Now, this is a mercerized cotton. It is definitely a little bit of a coarser cotton in the color sun-dried tomato. This is one I had to wait till I talked to my sister on. I thought for sure sun-dried tomato was going to be like super orange. Now, I know orange is beautiful. A lot of people like it. I personally cannot wear orange colors and orange reds next to my skin. But my sister reassured me. She said, no, it's not orange. It's not too orange for you to wear anyway. So I did go ahead and buy a lot of it. Now, I'm not totally sure why. Usually when I find yarn on sale, I tend to buy like, you know, 8, 10, something like that. Enough for me to make a wearable in case I want to make a wearable. But I'm going to be honest with you, I've never made a wearable in mercerized cotton before. I do tend to save mercerized cottons, you know, for more of like the market bag and towels and water bottle slings and, you know, bucket hats and those kinds of things. But I did buy enough of this for a wearable. I've definitely felt rougher cottons, but I've also felt softer cottons. So, you know, I might make a wearable out of it, just kind of to experiment, because I have enough of it to experiment with it. I'm not sure over time how it's going to hold up, you know, with like drape and all that. I don't know. I don't know for sure. But it's not, yeah, like I said, it's definitely not as rough as some cottons, but it's not as soft as some cottons. So, you know, maybe I'll just save it for a tote bag or a market bag, but I do have enough. We'll see. Not totally always sure when I buy yarn what my plan is, okay? Sometimes I just get so excited about a yarn sale, and then I get my order, and I'm like, huh, What was I thinking when I bought that, right? Okay, our next yarn is some Malabrigo arroyo. Ooh, look at that. This color is called chameleon. Now you know I love my Malabrigo Rios, right? When the arroyo is just basically the sport weight version. This is a nice thick sport weight. I'd say it borders between sport weight and DK. It's a thick sport, thin DK somewhere in there. You be the judge of that. It is. My sister did help me shop for this color. It is red, it is pink, it is turquoise, just a little bit of yellow. My sister knows neither she nor I can wear the color yellow, so she knows I would never want to buy something that's got too much yellow in it. She thought it was something that I could wear. I'm super, super excited to have this in the house, and of course, it is Malabrigo, so it does not disappoint. I love all my Malabrigo superwash merinos, and this is just as soft as all of the Malabrigo Rios. I think this is gorgeous. I love, love, love how some of these yarns come out, right? So individual, so unique, so beautiful. Gorgeous yarn. Super excited to have more Malabrigo in the house. Alrighty, and on to the next. Okay, this is some Juniper Moon Farm Cumulus. This is in the color Hollyhock, which is described to me as a very bright magenta hot pink. I do hope I can wear this pink. I did shop for this on my own. Now, I know that there are some pinks, like I can't wear, again, the orangey thing, right? Like I can't wear the orangey pinks, the salmon pinks. Really hope this pink doesn't have too much orange in it for me to wear. This yarn is a number 4. I personally think that's a thick 4. I'd call it an Aran or a heavy worsted. I wouldn't call it a bulky 5, but it's definitely on the thicker side of a number 4. It is 94% Israeli Mako cotton and 6% nylon. I am so, so excited to have this in the house. I've never before worked with Mako cotton. Ever, okay? So I'm excited about that. I am excited to have the opportunity to work with Mako cotton. It is soft. It does not disappoint. It is everything that people say they love about Mako cotton. When people talk about Mako cotton, they tell you how soft it is. That it's the softest of cottons. I always thought, oh, Pima cotton is so soft. Mako cotton is even softer than Pima. If you love your Pima cottons, guess what? Mako is softer. It is fluffier. This is definitely garment cotton. I do believe that this is a hand wash cotton. So I wouldn't put it in the dryer. I'm pretty sure it's going to shrink if you do that. It is so soft. Part of me says, I'd make a blanket out of it. But given that I believe it is hand wash, I'd say be careful with that. Maybe, like I say about some yarns, if you're unsure, make a small swatch, measure it, wash it. If you think you're going to want to wash it in warm water, whatever, wash it, see it, measure it again, and see if it shrinks and how much shrinkage you're going to get, if that's a real concern to you. I do think it would make a soft blanket, but, it'd be a hand wash blanket, and a hand wash blanket could get pretty heavy. But I love the feel of it. I definitely make sweaters out of it. I'd make cardies. I'd make dresses. I'd make skirts out of it. You know that on my channel. I love to design my own skirts. I'd make a shawl out of this. I mean, so many possibilities. This is a wear next to your skin yarn. This will be my very first time to have Mako cotton in the house, and I am excited about that. I can see why people who love Mako cotton, yeah, I get why. I totally get why now. That is luxurious. Okay. What else do we have over here? We got, let's see what this is. This is some Juniper Moon Farm Ultimate Pima Cotton. This is, I believe it's in the color maraschino, which I'm assuming is a nice bright red, right? Pretty sure that's what that is. It is a number 3 DK weight yarn. It's soft. It's definitely soft. Is it the softest pima cotton? It's not the softest pima cotton, but still, I would still make wearables out of it. I would still make tank tops out of it. I'd make summer tunics out of it. I'd still make a shawl. It would feel very nice and drapey, right? Especially for a shawl, if you upped your hook size and made something nice and drapey out of it. I definitely think you could do that. I do think you could get some nice skirts out of this. Now, of course, you can, you could also do kitchen stuff out of this. This does have some, feels like it's got some durability to it. So you could certainly still do, I think, your towels and your tote bags and your, harder wearing stuff. Items, it feels pretty strong. It feels like a nice strong cotton. So it's got it's a nice thick DK. So I think you could use it for some of those kind of, utilitarian items. I do tend to save my pima cottons for wearables, but you do you. Who am I to tell you what you can make your towels out of, right? If you want to make your hand towels and your market bags out of your pima cotton, you go right ahead. Okay, let's see what else. What else did I buy, right? We have got, this is the Juniper Moon Farm Patagonia 100% organic merino wool. This is in the color Cardinal. I believe this is another number 3 DK weight, maybe heavy sport to DK, probably a DK, I think it is. In the color Cardinal, another nice red. Now, I do not believe this is superwash wool. I'm pretty sure it's not, which, I'm a little bit surprised that I bought that. I'm almost like, is that really the yarn that I bought? Because, I do buy a few, excuse me, I do buy a few non-superwash wools, but very, very few. I almost think I was looking at something else. Could have got excited, could have got confused, might have put the wrong thing in the cart, but you know what? It's in the house now, so, is what it is. I'm sure I will find something to do with it. It says it's a merino. It's not the softest merino I've felt, but it's by no means the coarsest wool that I've felt. It's not by any means. I felt way, way scratchier wools, but I've also felt softer merinos for sure. So I don't know what this is going to work up like. I really don't. I don't think I could honestly make a decision on whether or not this is something I would wear next to my skin, because it's a little coarser of a merino than I thought it would be. Yeah, it's probably, when I work it up, these are nice, really nice big skeins. I think these are probably, my guess, I can't read unfortunately, I don't have enough eyesight to read the yardage on this, but I believe it is over 200 yards. It feels like it's over 200 yards. They're nice and hefty. I still would probably make a cardi out of this, probably would be what I would do with it. A nice big cardigan, and put it over the top of something. I don't think that I would make a sweater out of it that I would wear right next to my body, unless I plan on wearing like something underneath it. But again, it's not by any means the scratchiest wool. It's just not the softest, right? It's sort of one of those, if you find that your skin gets, like, I'm not allergic to wool, obviously. If you're allergic to wool, you would not be using it, right? I'm not allergic to wool, but I do find some wool scratchy and irritating. I don't know that that's going to be the experience with this. It's kind of a wait and see. Okay, and the last yarn that we have to show you is the Jody Long Ciao. Now this is the extra fine Italian superwash merino. Woo! This is in the color boysenberry. Beautiful. This is a DK weight yarn. It's a nice DK. That's a DK, right? This is very, very soft. This does not disappoint. This is a next to your skin merino wool, okay? This is the kind of thing that you could make a sweater or a sweater dress or something. I don't know. I probably got like 10 of them. That's usually what I do. 8, 10, whatever they had. In this particular color, I probably bought it all. Probably 10. and the boysenberry. So that's what I tend to do. Like I say, when I don't know what I'm going to do with it, I'm like, just get 10, make it enough to make a sweater or a dress or something. So I'm excited to have this in the house. You know, I think that all of these yarns are new to me. I really do. I think that all of these yarns are brand new to me. So that's going to be fun. Now, I have bought the Cascade 128 before. And I made a skirt. I've showed it on the channel before. It's not on the hand paint. It's just a blue. It's a beautiful cable blue skirt. I love it. It's warm. It is soft. So that one I've worked with the 128 before, just not the hand paints before. But the Jody long yarn, the Juniper Moon Farm yarn, and some of these other Cascades are new to me yarns. I love getting my hands on new yarns. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got my favorite yarns, without a doubt. I love my Stroll from Knit Picks and We Crochet, my Swish from them. I got my favorites, but it's also really good for me to branch out, discover new yarns, try new yarns, and let you know what my experience is like with them. So, let me know. Have you shopped at Paradise Fibers? Did you watch any of my Paradise Fibers sale videos? Did you shop like me? Do you have any of these yarns? Have you had Mako cotton before? Is it luxurious? Does it shrink? Does it lose its soft and fluffiness when you use it? I mean, I got lots of questions and I got a lot of yarn, and it might be a while before I get to work in any of this stuff. So if you have experience with any of these yarns, with the Juniper Moons, with the Patagonia, any of this stuff, let me know what your experience is. Let me know what your thoughts are. And of course, if you do stay till the end, I turned the light on for a second. If you don't know yet, I am blinded by light, so I definitely like to keep my room a little bit darker. But hey, I know sighted people like to have the light on to see the color better. I know most people are the opposite of me. They do need light to see color. So I'm going to put the video on pause. I'm going to turn on the overhead light and let you see some of these colors with some light on them. Alrighty, my friends. Well, as always, I'll be right back. Okay, well, here is the Jody Long Ciao in the color Boysenberry, which is supposed to be a beautiful, dark, deep purple. This is the Juniper Moon Farm Patagonia and the Cardinal, which we assume is a nice dark red. This is the Mako in the magenta. What do you think? Can I wear that pink, or does it have too much orange in it? And this is the Patagonia in the color Maraschino, another dark, gorgeous red. I'll be right back. Let me get a few more of these yarns out for you. Okay, this is the Malabrigo arroyo in the color chameleon, reds, pinks, turquoise, and yellow. Gorgeous. And here is the Cascade Noble Cotton in, I've already forgotten. Oh, sun-dried tomato. Really hope my sister was right. Hope it's not too orange for me. This is the Hand Paints Cascade 128 Superwash Merino. Gorgeous. Look at the purples. Oh my gosh, the black. I cannot wait to work with that. This is a Cascade Pandemonium. This is the bamboo and cotton in the color claret, a nice dark red. And then this is your Cascade Swaddle in the color Boston. This is supposed to be pinks and purples. And again, this is a discontinued yarn. So hey, remember, what's out there is out there. They're not making any more. Alrighty, my friends. Well, happy stitching until next time. Bye-bye for now.